Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Look at this for his career. 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And he wasn't really a flashy passer like a lot of the great playmakers you think of, but just always in control. Kind of an old school game, but one that was tremendously successful over the course of his almost 2 decades with the Utah Jazz.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Butler gets it to go. The Clippers trail. The drive by Paul. Here's Griffin. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Well, it's funny, Clark, some people thought that Joakim Noah was considered a bust when drafted by Chicago.
Very premature assessment of that young man. I tell you, you talk about having to eat crow for those who felt that way. A 2-time NCAA champion, Noah has now rightly become revered as the heartbeat of this scrappy Bulls team, an All-NBA and All-Star, and also an All-NBA defensive player as well.
That's his first.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, the Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau, known as one of the most demanding coaches in all the NBA, he said the teams that are special always play with a rare intensity. That's just how championship caliber teams play. He added, I don't think you really feel pressure if you're putting everything you have into each and every day. Sound strategy, Kevin.
He's one of the best getting that kind of effort from his players, Doris. Thank you. And the Clippers making a switch here. Crawford's checked in.
Well, Noah has that boisterous, playful personality. I think his quirks maybe threw people off early on, but he's a wonderful teammate. He's unselfish, and I think more than anything, you know, his unguarded personality has sort of helped him connect with his teammates.
Paul goes in. There's the bucket. Good. Paul's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Terrific finish to get this game all knotted up. He is just a force when he gets inside.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
And for Noah, who is really gregarious and outgoing off the court, he's getting between those lines, and his intense competitiveness becomes apparent. He's locked in all business. Fierce competitor, laser focused on winning. And he's not worried about making a few enemies in the process.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Spencer Hawes is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. Guido Turkoglu's checked in for Matt Barnes. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. Well, Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Mirotic has a wide open look. And again, Chicago, no good. It's Crawford with the drive. Turkoglu outside. It's tipped. Stolen by Brooks. And here's the fast break. Butler passes to Brooks. Off target with his 3. LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Rivers kicks to Crawford. Again, Los Angeles. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Sure has been. I mean, guys, momentum is hard to come by in this one. I mean, it seems like one team gets a lead and then the other one storms right back.
Yeah, that is evidenced by the 8 lead changes we've seen so far.
Here's Mirotic, following the score by Jamal Crawford. Mirotic. And Davis pulls it down. The Clippers in the lead. And here's Turkoglu from the arc. And Hawes Kicks to Rivers. Drills the three-pointer. Rivers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
The Clippers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Lots of room. Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And finished off by Noah. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
It's all tied here in Los. The Bulls shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. They've got Tony Snell. Jimmy Butler is out there with Brooks. Then there's Muhammad, and it's Dunleavy in the 3.
Well, in the first half, he was flawless when it came to handling the ball, but that has not been the case here since halftime.
And it's Paul penetrating. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Paul's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. And Paul over to help. Here's Snell. That 3 off the mark. Guys, they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
And they can't afford to let it get any slimmer than what it is now, guys.
They get it again. Kicks it out to Paul. Passes it to Barnes. He feeds it to Jordan. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Still, Clippers ball. 14 seconds on the shot clock. 14. Here is Paul. Redick for 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
That's demoralizing. They needed a stop there, and instead they give up 3 points on an open look.
Butler kicks to Snell. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Clippers leading by 5. And they double up Paul. Here's the dish to Jordan. Now Griffin inside. And he gets the bucket.
That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Blake Griffin, arguably the top posterizer in the game. Opponents don't like being embarrassed, and they'll take a hard foul on him if need be. Some have said that Griffin needs to retaliate for his own well-being. He's got to go back at some of those guys.
A different look for the Clippers. Davis comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Crawford in for Paul. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. And Griffin has said he thought about retaliating for the hard fouls, but he said, Steve, you know, it might be best for me, but getting suspended would be very bad for my team. He had his head on straight, obviously.
Well, yeah, credit him for, trying to keep his cool and not get caught up in the moment. But understand that, there's always a two-way street. He oftentimes initiates the contact, and he's such a physical player that he's always going to get caught up and tangled up with other players.
Crawford outside. The second chance effort. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. And it's a 12-point Los Angeles lead. Rose against Crawford. And here's Rose. They need this. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Here's Rose. Lock at 6. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. 1:51 left in the fourth. And Gasol comes to help. Crawford kicks to Barnes. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Ball's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Gasol. 1:33 left here in the fourth quarter. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're ahead by 8. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. A different look for the Clippers. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Davis. And it's Crawford in for Barnes. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter. Hall with the bucket.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
And the shot is good. Paul's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
So it looks like just playing the last bit of this game out in what should be a nice win here for the Clippers.
Their superior ball handling won it for him here, Clark.
Well, Kevin, when you squeeze the orange, you get more shot opportunities, and that's always a good thing.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Blake Griffin. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected energy into every play that was made out there.
The shot by Heinrich, no good.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target, it just didn't fall.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Crawford against Rose. It's Crawford with the drive. Rose dishes to Gibson. To the wing right side. For 3, Heinrich. And so Los Angeles takes the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Dorothy